Yeah, so just an update on well, not really an update, but just more or less a kind of unscripted here. I'm just going off the cuff. I'm going to tell you about some events that happened to me a couple of days ago. Well, not a couple of days ago. More or less last night, the night before last night. So anyway, it's I'm gonna say 2:53 in the morning, and I'm sleeping, and it hits to about, I don't know, 3:20. Let's call it 3:20. This is 3:20 a.m. 3:20 a.m. I'm awake. I'm in bed and whatnot, and there's this noise. Well, several noises. Sounds like gunshots. Really close by too. Pow 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 pow. Now, when you hear things like that, that loud, and that consecutive, you automatically think it's gunfire. And I did too, so I jumped out of bed, hit the floor, got as low to the ground as possible, like you do, you know, when there's gunfire about. And we come to find out that it's the kids from across the street playing with firecrackers once again. Now, this isn't the first time they've done this. This is the second time, but this was the only time where the firecracker sounded this much like gunfire and was in that much of a succession. Now, prior to the firecrackers, the kids from across the street have been playing a game called Nigger Knock, which involves basically running up to someone's door, pounding on it, and leaving, and hiding, of course. Now, they've been playing this game for a while now, and they've done considerable damage to the screen of our door frame. Now, I've been unable to ascertain who the exact culprits are. I know there are several of them, and not all of them live in that house. They all live from different areas, so I can't exactly get a single culprit, as much as I try to. Now, understand, all this is happening late at night, probably somewhere around 10, 11, 12, 1 a.m., you know, that sort of thing. Now, understand, these kids are not my age. I'm 23. These kids are somewhere around 8 to, well, actually younger than 8. I'm going to say 6 to 12. Put it like that, 6 to 12. Out at 10 o'clock to 3 a.m. Now, these recent events, let me reword that. These events, these kids and whatnot. I'm choosing my words carefully here. That's the whole point of Unscripted. These kids here, put it like this. Last night I went off on a major tangent. Not a tangent, but a rant to my girlfriend, saying that now I know why white folks don't want to live near us. Now, I said that not to be racist, but to convey a specific message. And the message goes like this. I'm a black man, okay? I'm just a black guy. I'm just your average, everyday African-American dude. You know? But those kids, they are the niggers. Now, I'm not saying niggers to offend anybody of the African-American persuasion, but think about this. When you act in a fashion that is rude, irrational, and completely idiotic, and you know, it's bad enough that we have that stereotype condoned on us anyway, or not condoned on us, but it's bad enough that we have that stereotype embedded on us by society. But when you present yourself in that fashion, are you not, or are you acting like the very same niggers that they accuse us all of being? So yes, I will say that, and I'm not saying, again, not saying that to be racist, but yes, those are the niggers. You know? And that I'm not happy to say that, you know, understand? I'm not gleefully saying that. This hurts to say that, because I don't want there to be niggers. But I have to face facts. And I have to call a spade, and yes, those are the niggers. And that drives me nuts. It just, when I see things like this happen with my own people, with anybody for that matter, but with my own people, because like I said, we have that stereotype embedded in us by society. But when I see that, it just makes me feel very, very hopeless that we're going to advance anywhere when I see things like that. Now, I'm not saying that all black people are like this, and no, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that there are niggers out there, and unfortunately, the vast majority of the public eye is looking at them rather than looking at us. Us being your everyday average black person. But the vast majority of them doesn't see the everyday average black. No, the vast majority of them sees the niggers. And since, you know, the niggers are out there, society sees one black person, someone like me, and says, yeah, there goes one of them niggers. And it's like, I gave you no reason to think that. You know, I try to be fair when it comes to race relations. I really do. Let me tell you a story here. Me and my brother were at a gas station, and the gas clerk ripped my brother off for $10, I do believe. $10. Now, what he said was that I started to pump before he activated the pump, and I went over the price that my brother paid, which is impossible because me and my brother have a system. He goes in, he pays. When he pays, he comes out, gives me a nod, and that's when I start pumping. Now, I got the nod from him, so I started pumping. Now, that wouldn't be, he wouldn't go in there and give me the nod before he paid because, first of all, the pump isn't even activated until you pay, so that was really on the gas station clerk's part. But anyway, he ripped my brother off for $10. Now, that gas clerk, he was an asshole, but he was Middle Eastern. Now, I don't know if he was Arabic or not, but I know he was Middle Eastern, but that had nothing to do with the story. That has nothing to do with him being an asshole, you know? When I left that gas station clerk, I wasn't like, oh, those damn Arabs and this and that, because I don't know if that guy's Arabic or not. I know he's Middle Eastern, but I don't know if he's Arabic or not. But that's not the point. The point is the guy was an asshole, you know? And I didn't make any derogatory statements about his race or his ethnicity, if that's the word. All I said was that the guy was an asshole. Because he was an asshole. He ripped my brother off for $10 for no damn reason. You know, for something that was essentially his fault. Which I think didn't even happen in the first place. I think he was just trying to make, you know, an extra $10. But, you know, it had nothing to do with him being Middle Eastern. It was just the guy was an asshole. Another story. I'm at, there's a Chinese food place near where I live. Very good Chinese food. I always go in there for the General Tso's chicken and a box of chicken fried rice. Very good. Now there are these kids. Understand this is like 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock at night. And there are these kids, sad to be nowhere out of like second grade, okay? So there are these second grader kids, and they're running in and out of the place and whatnot, and just causing a big hoopla around the area. And the Chinese guy's cool about this, you know. He's just saying, you know, hey, you can't hang around here, you know. If you want to hang around, you gotta buy something. And the kids aren't having it. They're just running around, you know, doing like kids do and whatnot. So the Chinese guy, you know, is still telling them, you know, I put in my order and whatnot. And he's cool about it. He's cool. He's calm as a cucumber this whole time. And one of the kids says something to him that strikes a chord with me. And it really pissed me off when he said that. Now, understand, like I said, these are kids who aren't even out of the 2nd grade. Because they're like yay big and whatnot. He yells out to the Chinese guy. He says, "Go back to China." Understand, this is 2nd grader. Go back to China, with about as much venom as you can imagine that being said. Again, the Chinese guy's cool about this. You know, he just tells him, he says, "Oh, you know, you don't say that. That's not good." You know, he's talking about, you know, how hard it was in China for him. I don't know how bad, you know, it is over there in China. I know it's still communist, but I mean, it was essentially bad for him because he's telling he doesn't want to go back to China, you know, and that's something, you know, they shouldn't say. But, you know, while he was dealing with that, it struck me because this is the same thing that the Klan used to say to us, you know, not too long ago. Go back to Africa, where some of us weren't even born in Africa. You know? So when they said go back to China, it just kind of brought that back. Not brought that back because I wasn't alive when that was going on, but it just kind of put that in my mind, like, what the hell are you kids doing? And you know, to make matters worse, no parents in sight. No parents in sight. So, I'm wondering, where is the younger generation going? The younger African-American generation going? Where is the younger Caucasian generation going? The Hispanic generation going? When we have kids who are barely even out of the 2nd grade saying stuff like this. Or when we have kids who are running up to people's doors, pounding on it, and leaving, and shooting off firecrackers at 3 o'clock in the damn morning. Where is the discipline? Especially in the African-American community, where the hell is the discipline? You know, because the kids of my generation, we got spankings. And I'm pretty sure the kids of the previous generation, we got spankings. We got put under punishment, you know? And you know what? I never thought I'd be saying that, but that was for the better. That was for the better. And I know, I'm sounding like an old man. You know, I'm 23 right now, but I don't care. I'm sounding like an old man, but it trips me out when you have kids with that amount of disrespect. It drives me insane. And it's like, where the hell are the parents? Where the hell is the discipline? What the hell's going on here? When you can have kids who aren't even out of grade school hanging around shooting off firecrackers at 3 a.m. My generation, we were in bed. We were indoors at 10 o'clock, you know? And if we weren't indoors at 10 o'clock, we were hanging around the house at 10 o'clock. We were in the vicinity of the house. We didn't leave the vicinity of the house at 10 o'clock. We were home, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. That's why it's called Unscripted. I don't know where I'm going with this. Just leave your comments below. What do you think about this? Make a response video. And I'll get to them. Peace.